Yeah, we have got a Halloween party today. Not only Swivl Days. I'm going to shift the camera a bit right now and have a few words. Hello.
Hi. Hi, Vlad.
So just a few words about today and what we are going to do. We had 2 days, 2 very active days, I would say. This is a new initiative and we call it Swivl Days. Basic idea of this initiative was to work on the projects and ideas and tasks that you think are valuable, either for your project, for your company, for your code, for your future, but something valuable and something close to completeness that you could show and present today. And this is exactly what we are going to do in a few minutes. I would like to mention that we know that most of you didn't have pure 2 days for development and working on your ideas. We had release in place, and we also had some other activities worth spending time on, we had 2 brilliant workshops on constructive conflict. So this is not, Swivl Days is not our only achievement for this period of time. But the thing is, we completely understand that you were limited in time, but nevertheless, all of you have been working on something valuable, and the projects differ really gratefully, and we'll probably see it in a minute. But every project matters, and the fact that you decided to work on this particular issue means that this is important. If it is important for you, it means that it's important for us. So let's see how this initiative grows, and we wish good luck to everybody. Right?
Yeah, I can add a few things. So when we came up with this idea of doing this, honestly, we weren't sure how it would work or whether you would enjoy doing it. And I think through our observations just in the last day and a half, it's quite clear this is something we need to do on a regular basis. You guys took to the challenge, have brought a lot of energy to create and solve problems, and I already really respect the way that you've gone about attacking this. So I'm really excited to see what you guys created, and I think we'll look forward to doing more of these as a way to build a team, build a culture, and keep advancing our company.
Yay! Oh, whoa, that was great. So, we're gonna shift to this. Our first presenter is Mira.
Марта, передайте Мире, пожалуйста.
I will double check if you see the screen. Vlad, do you see the screen right now?
Absolutely, yep.
Okay.
I didn't know that there are elephants and giraffes in Hawaii.
Это нет.
And for Hawaii, you guys all dress super warmly. Something is off.
Ну, понятно, потому как я буду помогать. Я буду помогать. Okay, hello everyone. I guess I forgot everything that I should say, but by the way, Swivl Days, next. Yes, since QA team, I work with Sasha and Kola. Yesterday, our activities were related with production issues because, as you know, we have released 1.9 and we have some issues on production that we should check it and fix it, and it also took some time. We closed all our tasks on mobile and web boards, and we are free to get started on Monday with new tasks and new challenges. And also yesterday we started update our test documentations, our test cases, rewrite them, and something like that. And today we research on some improvements in our projects. I want to share you our improves about Since iOS app, and especially navigation inside our app and outside our app. As you know, our navigation inside app is done by tapping on some buttons, and we propose to do some swipes between to tap next in previous scenes while listening. Swipe between taps, and also we propose to swipe and collapse our player and navigate inside app in Explorer, podcast, and something like that. It means that you are listening and also searching something new and join to somewhere, something like that. Also swipe between our tabs when we open scenes. We guess that it's more comfortable for user to swipe between these tabs, not by tapping on buttons. Also, it's about navigation outside by some AirPods, headphones, earphones. For example, on earphones, we can support some settings by swiping on AirPod, and also tap like next scene, previous scene, and something like that, everything that we want. And also at the moment, next one, we haven't support with different Bluetooth headphones, and it doesn't work, and we proposed also to support play, pause button, next, previous button, and something like that. So this is my briefly presentation. It was really good 2 days, and and we thank you all for these days.
Cool.
That's all.
Cool.
I had no idea you could do that with AirPods. That's cool.
Maybe you have any questions to the presenter?
No.
Where do you get your cat memes?
Okay, just a few moments, and we are going to proceed with another.
I actually do have a comment, which is your idea is very much in alignment with something I want to do.
Cool.
What we need to do is to get the feed to a place where while you're doing other things like walking or driving, that you can advance or go back. And you're probably aware of that, but I think it's a pretty high priority soon. And so it's something I want to do relatively soon. I think it'd be great. So you're ahead of me.
No, the second one. Hi everybody. My name is Nadia. I am a software engineer in the mobile team, and I would like to share with you with a well-known dilemma in mobile team with navigation library. It's again navigation, but it's not exactly the same as Mira told us. And this navigation library caused a lot of pain and suffering for us, and also it seems most of us already accepted that pain. But what is the problem? The problem is that we use a fork of React Native navigation that was made a pretty old version. It's from November 2017. And the reason why we did that, it was a design request to put fake themes button in the middle of tab bar on the navigation tab bar. And so we hard coded this overlaid button into tab bar, and that caused other issues with hiding tab bar on playback screen, and caused other issues.
And along with this, the authors of this library, they shut down this version that we use and completely stopped to support it. They even hide all documentation about this version.
And left to Hawaii, right?
Yeah. So it's too hard to find something about this navigation library. So I tried to migrate from old forked navigation to a new one, and according to documentation, it had to be easy and it had to be fully compatible with the oldest one, but it wasn't so easy, and I spent almost a whole day to run application after changing dependencies, and thanks to help of Igor Rotaru. Igor, where are you? And thanks to help, it has run, and it seems that this version they are not compatible, and it's definitely not compatible with our application, with our architecture in our application. So, nevertheless, I hope that we finally replace it, because it would be great for us. So, and the next, it's my progress with new navigation library.
Your sense of white space is great.
Oh, thank you.
Question for you. Yeah. So what does solving it require then? Finding a different library to integrate that is compatible, or how do you go about solving that problem?
No, it's actually there are not so many different libraries to choose, and it's one of the best one is Wix companies for navigation by Wix, and they announced maybe 1 year ago a new version. It was version 1 and version 2, and it's much more powerful, much better, gives more opportunity to work with stack and to push all the screens. Now we have a lot of hacks in our application to try to do these issues. So it seems it's not a big choice.
Okay. Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank